Recording. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Peanut Cast. My name is Tanner Peanut Metro, and I am an aspiring shoutcaster. You can find me on all social media at It's Peanut. You can also find me at Peanut with 2 U's on Twitch. This is the first time I've ever plugged like that. I don't know why I did that, but without further ado, I bring you Game 3 between Team Peanut and Team Nacho. And I thought I rigged this, but I freaking scuffed it. But let's jump into it. On the side of Team Peanut, we've got Mordekaiser in the top lane. What up, new Mord? We've got the Monkey, Wukong in the jungle, Kassadin mid, and the Caitlyn Leona bot lane. So some good tanky follow-up engage in that bot lane. Solid poke from the Caitlyn. The trap lays down after the Leona stun. Just good damage all around. But standing across from them, you got Vayne in the top lane, Kha'Zix jungle, Lux mid, Kai'Sa, Janna bot lane. So a little more of a passive bot lane, but a good counter to the Leona. Now we're seeing some level 1 skirmishing here. Leona goes back in with the Zenith Blade, but the passive stacks are on. So is the Ignite. Flash, flash. And Kai'Sa grabs first blood there. A flash and an Ignite used, but first blood going over to the Kai'Sa. Right after I introduced the team. Guys, these guys are going ham already, and I think that right there is going to paint the picture for this bottom lane. Unfortunately, Kai'Sa is not an AD carry you want starting ahead, as she does scale a little bit better into that late game. So we've got Caitlyn ulted JFK in the jungle with Caitlyn in the bottom lane. So solid synergy between the jungler and the AD carry. I was playing music that entire time, so I apologize, and if this gets muted, I'm going to be very sad. But both of these junglers starting on the bottom side, and it's going to be exciting to see. It is the new Mordekaiser, and me being the terrible caster that I am, I have not learned the names of his new abilities yet, so I'll definitely have to check that out as we see some skirmishing across the board here. Neither bot lane are missing any CS, which is a good start. We love to see that. And we'll have to keep an eye on how this Vayne plays into the new Mordekaiser, right? The new Mordekaiser has a pull. He can drag somebody right out of a team fight with his ultimate, a shield, and powered auto attack. So we'll just kind of have to see. If Vayne is a strong pick into this Mordekaiser, he is running that Aftershock. So he is going to be a little bit tanky as these fights start and have a little extra burst damage from that Aftershock. So we'll just have to keep an eye. But so far, Vayne ahead a few CS, and that may tell the tale of this lane. Kassadin in the mid lane against the Lux. Lux going to be able to stand on the outside, do a pretty solid job at that, but once Kassadin gets into this late game, things could get scary. Now we see Leona going in. She doesn't land that Zenith Blade in the middle of a bunch of minions, but fighting in her own as well, so the Acathian Rain not going to land. Too many missiles there. And now, although 1 kill on the Kai'Sa, this late game carry, the enemy team, Team Peanut, does have Kassadin in the mid lane. So if both of these teams do drag this game into late, Kassadin should do pretty well for himself as far as the damage goes. And now Janna doing a pretty good job here, stepping up. She's not afraid of that Leona. She has the tornado just in case Leona decides to do anything crazy with the Zenith Blade. And again, in that top lane, we're seeing a slow-growing lead. Now 10 CS, 11 CS above that Mordekaiser on the Vayne. And I was expecting a very aggressive lane with the Leona. But this Janna Kai'Sa lane just doing their best to keep them pushed. And now we see, there's the grab from the Mordekaiser. Kha'Zix also making his way up to the top side of the map. Gonna use that vision cone. Spots a ward so they know where he's at. Mordekaiser going to be safe under his turret for now, as Team Peanut's jungler makes his way to the bottom side, but there's the Zenith Blade underneath. Janna forced to flash away. And a lot of stacks. The Acathian Rain hits every single missile. Now Caitlyn steps up, maybe too far. The tornado hits, the Ignite is on. She has to use heal. Able to walk away from this one so far. Janna very low as well. Now Kai'Sa trying to kite away as Leona goes back in. And another kill onto that AD carry. Very scary here. Janna finds the kill there. A little bit of extra damage from the Zephyr. picks that one up, and now the bottom lane dead, and this lead is just going to continue to grow on the bottom side. Wukong a little too late to the fight. And now Team Nacho up 2,000 gold in this early game. It's unfortunate. You know, I thought Team Peanut was going to win. But right now it's looking like Team Nacho might take this bad boy home. Again, we're 4 minutes into the game. There's already a 2,000 gold lead. You got 2 kills onto the Kai'Sa. What's going on here, folks? We need to see some love. We need to see some love in this bottom lane. Now 150 gold shutdown on the Kai'Sa, or bounty on the Kai'Sa. So a nice shutdown for anybody on the team. And now that Cassidy, almost level 6. Hopefully level 6 here soon, actually. Farming up in the mid lane. Once he does hit level 6, hopefully we do see some roams from him down on the bottom side of the map to grab that gold for himself. Not much of a story to tell thus far. Vayne in that top lane. A little bit of poke damage from the Mord, but still up 20 CS. Again, just an ever-growing lead for the Vayne. Team Nacho's bottom lane recalls. Kai'Sa coming back with that recurve bow, so she'll have a little extra attack speed. Help her stack those plasma stacks. Now Mordekaiser going to take his first recall. Lux uses the R, maybe for a little bit of vision. But not going to find much with the final spark. Able to clear that ward, though. So create a nice, safe avenue of approach for their jungler to come in and look for a gank maybe in the mid lane. As Kha'Zix is hovering that way. Going to pick himself up a Scuttle Crab and maybe a Cloud Drake. First Drake on the map is Cloud. Mordekaiser goes back, picks himself up some early ninja tabbies, but now Janna caught out here. There is the Shield of Daybreak. Gonna land the stun, but the trap does not find its mark. There goes a tornado. Not gonna find anything there either, but Kha'Zix on the bottom side of this map looking to make something happen. 4 stacks of plasma. Not gonna find the extra auto attack. There's the Zenith Blade though onto Janna. She steps up a little bit too close. She doesn't have her team. She's trapped as well. There's the headshot. Maybe the damage. Caitlyn walks forward, tries to find it. Kha'Zix now tanking up the turret. Leona able to walk away from that one. Dangerously low here. But nobody dead just yet. The tornado queued up in the bush. Will it find Caitlyn? It does not. But Kai'Sa doesn't care. She walks up, grabs another auto. But that's going to be it. So the skirmishing in the bottom lane finally concludes with 0 deaths. But still 3 kills up on the Team Nacho bottom lane. So doing a solid job for themselves with that lead. A little bit of CS. Couple of kills. Now Mordekaiser is level 6, Vayne level 7. So that is not somebody that you want to pull into the Shadow Realm. You definitely don't want to be fighting that Vayne right now. But the early ninja tabbies to keep him a little bit safe, kind of avoid some more of that poke. Pretty solid pickup there. As we see the tornado landing onto Caitlyn. Adding a plasma stack. Any of the CC going to add that plasma stack for Kai'Sa. So a little bit of synergy between these two laners. And a level advantage for the Team Nacho bottom lane. So right now, Team Peanut, they do manage to hit level 5, so they close that gap. No longer a level lead, just an experience lead right now, but they have to be careful. They need to slow things down. Right now, they're playing a little aggressive, and for Team Nacho's team, everybody's kind of winning it out here. Lux up 20 CS, 25 CS on the Cassidy. As Cassidy looks for something there. Wukong made his way up, but he is spotted out by the pink ward. Caitlyn going to get knocked up by the tornado then. She has to be careful underneath this turret. There's the combo out from Lux. Wukong almost dead here. He does get that pink ward, but he may pay for it with his life. He has to be careful, and this is kind of what you expect from a melee into range lane, right? We're seeing it in the top lane. We're seeing it in the mid lane. But now we're seeing no mana on Lux. Cassidy looking for blood here. Both of these mid laners, 0, 0, and 0. But solid ward coverage from both mid laners. Going to allow them to avoid ganks on both sides. But now we see Leona going in onto that Janna. Janna is level 6, so she still has the ultimate available. A lot of damage coming down from the Kai'Sa. There's Killer Instinct underneath the turret. Does she have the damage? And one more turret shot, but she flashes away to stay safe. Heal to keep that Janna alive as well. Nothing going on here. Caitlyn dangerously low from that Void Seeker. Has to walk away from this one. Now Kha'Zix making his way down, but Caitlyn smells something fishy. She's popping her potions. She's trying to play safe, but she's right there. And Janna picks it up with the Airy and the Tornado. And now we may see a dive here. There are no minions yet. So Kha'Zix's going a little too soon, but the Ignite is on. Going to tick down that Leona. And they may find a 3-man dive. Nice and simple here. Leona actually running away from the turret. There's the Void Spikes. There's the jump in. Tasting their fear is Kha'Zix. He's got the red buff. He flashes forward, picks it up for himself. A nice solo kill. Now, 2 members very low for Team Nacho, and Kassadin's coming down. He's got the ultimate. He's got the Ignite. Can he find the kills? He flashes in. There's one. The shutdown gold going over to that Kassadin on the Janna. Now, Kha'Zix dangerously low. There's a double kill. Can he make it a triple? He Rift walks in onto that Kai'Sa. She's kiting away here. The Void stacks are just too much, and so are the minions. Kai'Sa picking up a kill for herself, turning that around, but a nice 2-kill with a shutdown for the Kassadin in the mid lane. So beautiful there. Goes down, picks up the 2 that are low, tries for the 3rd. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it, but he gets himself a nice chunk of gold. And I was just saying that maybe a little later than I had expected, but Kassadin's so good at roaming here. But now we see Wukong caught out underneath the turret, the light binding, and the Ignite gonna pick that one up. Lux grabs one for herself. She says to Kassadin, if you're gonna grab some kills, so am I. And now if we take a look at the gold across the board, virtually every single lane, everybody here on Team Peanut is behind their counterpart. The biggest deficit coming from the mid and top, that bottom lane at 1,400 gold. That's a BF sword. That's a BF sword and some change ahead of that Caitlyn. But now we see the ultimate coming out. Solar Flare just going to find a slow, not going to find a stun. Here comes Kai'Sa. She uses that supercharge to close the gap. Zenith Blade to try and get away. Does Kai'Sa have the damage onto that Caitlyn? Red buff is ticking. Killer Instinct's not available. Kha'Zix's going to jump in and pick that one up and leap right on out. He's looking for another one. Leona dangerously low here. She has to go back underneath the turret. There's Wukong. He comes in with the Cyclone. Finds one. Does he find 2? He gets blown away there by the Eye of the Storm. By the Monsoon. But now Janna stuck in the middle of 3. Surely will fall. That's going to be 2 kills overall for 1. A 2 for 1 in favor of Team Peanut. A nice roam coming down from the Kassadin. Wukong there as well. And a beautiful flash on the Cyclone. But Janna still having that ultimate was so crucial. She did end up dying, but almost outplaying there. Now Kassadin going in on the Lux. He is 3-1, so he's doing okay for himself. But Lux does have the level advantage. Prismatic Barrier going to shield up some of that damage. And Kassadin forced to walk away from this one. Cloud Drake still available here. Either team in a pretty good position to take that. Now Vayne waiting in the bush. Mordekaiser steps out, gets condemned into the wall. Will Vayne find the solo kill here? There's the ultimate onto the Vayne. Now Mordekaiser forced to run away from this one. He is trading it back, has the shield, but doesn't find the heal there. Vayne flashes forward after the flash. Picks up a solo kill. It did not matter. Mordekaiser had the level advantage. But he goes down anyways, and a beautiful light binding from Lux to keep her safe from the Wukong. That was a good roam from Janna there. Roaming up to try and help, Vayne out if she needed anything. Bottom lane making plays. Again, Dragon still available. Mordekaiser dead for another few seconds, and both of these top laners do still have teleport. So we may see a fight around that Cloud Drake. Not necessarily something that you want to die for, but that movement speed, it definitely helps. Especially these low mobility laners. But now Kha'Zix jumping in. He does have the Ignite on. He went too hard on the clone and ends up paying the ultimate price. Another kill over to this Kassadin. Now 4 stacks on that Dark Seal. And 4-1-0 is that Kassadin. Wukong going in. Janna stuck in the middle of 2. Here's the shield of Daybreak, but she uses a beautiful Monsoon. She lost vision underneath the turret. She couldn't find the stun. There goes the Zenith Blade, though. Janna getting dangerously low. The Ignite is on. She uses the shield to heal herself. Eye of the Storm keeping up for just a little bit longer, but there's the Force Pulse. Going to pick that one up, and Wukong goes in with the Cyclone. Grabs one for himself. A 2-for-0 in that fight, but here comes Caitlyn. She teleports behind. The 280 carries are cleaning up. That is 2 dead on the side of Team Nacho. 1 dead on the side of Team Nacho so far. They try to find another one, but a double kill for Kai'Sa. And this just gets turned on its head. Kai'Sa with a quadra kill in that fight. Absolutely huge. Overall a 4 for 3, but Kaisa coming up so big in that fight. She's got the completed Gwyn suit. She's 7-0-3 now. Absolutely disgusting damage. And she's just going to farm it up here in the mid lane, grow that CS lead that she's already got on that Caitlyn. And I see Mordekaiser looking for blood here, trying to get the trade back for his team, trying to get that 700 gold in his pocket. Ults onto the Janna. Janna able to just walk away from this one so far. A lot of damage coming out. There is the Eye of the Storm to try and keep her up for a little bit longer. She flashes away from it and manages to survive. And Mordekaiser has to be careful here. Leona goes in with the Zenith Blade onto the Kaisa. Now she has to walk away from this one. Here comes Kha'Zix. It doesn't matter. Mordekaiser sits down as Kha'Zix leaps into this mid lane. Leona almost falls as well. One more auto attack surely would have done it, but here goes Kha'Zix. He leaps and he finds a double kill. There it is. Dragon now still available on the map. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I want somebody to take this dragon. I keep saying it. They keep finding the victories. They keep finding the fights. But nobody's taking the objectives. So please, Spooners, grab me a dragon. You absolutely melt dragon on Kha'Zix. I'll shut up now about the dragon. Sorry. I'm sorry. But a beautiful teleport in that fight where Kaisa did get that quadra kill by the Vayne, kind of turning things around. She did end up dying, but I feel like that really supplemented Kaisa and made her able to pick up that quadra kill and a late teleport from the Mordekaiser. He wasn't able to follow up in time. Wukong gonna get spotted out by a ward. Vayne has to be careful. As I say that, Kha'Zix jumps in underneath the turret, gets stunned up. Final mark gonna find a little bit of damage, but not enough. Nobody dead just yet, but Kha'Zix forced to walk away, licking his wounds. He does not have the ultimate available, so he will not have the invisibility, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Caitlyn gets caught up underneath the turret. Janna finds that one with the Zephyr, and now Vayne trying to cut away here. Wukong will pick that one up, so a 1-for-1 across the board. But it looks like a turret on the bottom side may fall. Janna steps up, uses that Zephyr, trying to find the slow. Here comes Kha'Zix. He has the leap. He has the blue smite. But there is the solar flare, finding the stun. Here comes Cassidy. Cassidy trade one's back so far, 1-for-1. But first brick going over to Team Nacho. But maybe a kill as well. A double kill for Team Nacho in that bottom lane. A 2-for-1, a 3-for-2 across the board. As Team Nacho goes absolutely nuclear in that bottom lane, finding themselves 2 kills for 1. And first brick, make that second brick as well. And Dragon is still available. Yes. Now 8-0-5 is that Kaisa. She is absolutely huge. She's got the upgrades. She's got that Storm Razor. She has the Gwyn suits. Right now she is a force to be reckoned with. And then on the top side of the map, it looks like you've got Mordekaiser building that Stinger. I'm sorry, that Nashor's Tooth. But I don't think that's it, baby. Right now, we need to see some beef out of that Mordekaiser. He's not really doing a lot of damage. The dragon, Wukong jumps in. He flashes in, picks himself up the dragon with the ignite, but he may pay for it with his life. With his smite. And he may pay for it with ignite here. Why do I keep saying ignite, man? He might pay for it with his life. As Leona jumps in, and as I'm talking about paying for it with her life, Leona goes down. Here comes the ultimate from Caitlyn. Ace in the hole. Gonna find the shutdown. A huge shutdown on your AD carry. Exactly where you want it. And now Mordekaiser trying to find Lux. Blast Cone going to keep her safe for now. But man, this is what I was trying to say. Wukong flashes in. He grabs the dragon with his smite, but he may pay for it with his life. As I say, with his life, Leona goes in and she dies for what feels like nothing. Although Caitlyn did get a beautiful shutdown. Now, 1-5-1 is Caitlyn. She's not doing too hot. She's an item and a half down on the Kaisa. But it is good to get that gold spread around the team. Cassidy, he's already doing well. He is set. Once he hits level 16, he's going to be an absolute menace. So they definitely needed to get some gold onto that AD carry to make her more useful. Now we see Kha'Zix maybe caught out here. 2 people go in. He uses that invisibility to try and get away. It doesn't matter. Cyclone helps pick that one up. Cassidy gets another one for himself. And Janna goes down as well. A double kill for the Cassidy. And that is exactly what you do not want to see. This Cassidy getting bigger and bigger. Scarier and scarier. But while all of that was happening, previous to those 2 kills, and speaking of 2 kills, here might come another. Lux picks up a solo kill onto that Mordekaiser. So Team Nacho fighting back. They lose a little bit, but they take some as well. Now Wukong going in a beautiful light binding. He doesn't have the ultimate available. Lux trying to get away from this one. She's forced to flash, so she doesn't have it here. It doesn't matter. Silenced up and deleted from the Kassadin. Lux goes down. And just fighting all across the map. Here comes the Void Seeker. Picks up a little bit of damage. Killer Instinct to try and get away. Solar Flare not going to find the stun. It finds just a slow. But Leona goes in, finds the Zenith Blade and the Shield of Daybreak. It might not be enough. Kai'Sa just banging it down. A Kathy and Rain. A couple more auto attacks should do it here. A double kill in the 2v1 for that Kai'Sa. And now she's working her way back up to another 1,000 gold shutdown. So she has to be careful. You know, playing a little bit safer. You are very far ahead. As I say that, Vayne stepping up a little bit too far and paying the ultimate price. Wukong picks one up for himself in a killing spree on that monkey. But when you are this far ahead, this goes for Kassadin as well, but you got to play safe. You have 250 gold bounty on your head, which means when they kill you, they get 550 gold, not just the regular 300. Rampaging is that monkey. Not even enough time to react. Wukong grabs himself another one. He's got that completed Dusk Blade, so Janna just not able to do anything there. Rift Herald coming down. They might try and find something in the middle lane. Not going to find the silence, but he is going to find himself 6 feet under. Kassadin goes down. Wukong goes in onto that Lux. Do they find the kill? Yes, they do. Now, Leona maybe stepping up a little bit too far forward. Kazakh's caught in the middle of two. Leona able to walk away from this one so far, but a Kathy and Rain going to pick that one up, and now Mordekaiser ults at Kai'Sa, but I do not think you want him 1v1, big dog. Kai'Sa trying to walk away from this one, but there's a shutdown, another shutdown going over to the Mordekaiser. Now Wukong trying to find more. He has to be careful for he has a shutdown himself. Ace in the hole going to pick up another kill for that Caitlyn. Beautiful uses of that ultimate. And Mordekaiser, he's starting to log in. I definitely thought ulting Kai'Sa was not the play, but he was able to find the damage. Kai'Sa not able to kite away, unfortunately. And now he's making his way back into this game. Kazakhs, though, waiting in the wakes, looking for a flank here. The pull is down. 2 members underneath this turret, and here comes the bug. He's looking for the damage. Isolated is that Caitlyn. Now Mordekaiser trying to close the gap here, so Kazakhs isn't getting so much damage. He's forced to flash away as Wukong was making his way in. And this is just an absolute mess. So far, Rift Herald not going to find much damage on that tier 2 mid. Kassadin did go down, but that's okay. They ended up getting another shutdown onto that Kai'Sa, and it went onto the AD carry again. I'm sorry, that one went onto Mordekaiser, and Caitlyn found the kill onto Vayne. So, the typical Caitlyn Vayne, you know, difference. Counter. Now, Janna is low, and Wukong does have Duskblade. She's got to be careful. She has already paid the price of staying in a bush for too long with a monkey and a stick coming at you. So definitely has to be careful. She will get absolutely deleted, especially if he does proc that. And it looks like he's going for it. Not going to find it, but he does find a tornado, and he does find a little bit of damage. Forced to flash away. Now Solar Flare used there defensively, but it doesn't find anything. As Kassadin jumps in, final spark going to land on a 2, but nothing to follow. Leona just getting a little bit low here, but Vayne tumbles in. She finds the auto attacks, finds the kill, ulted by the Mordekaiser, but that doesn't matter. He's not able to find any extra damage, and he doesn't have vision. And if you're in the fog of war in his ult, you're still unable to be seen. So a beautiful play there by the Vayne, picking up a kill for herself and getting that ultimate out of the Mordekaiser. But as I say that, Wukong goes in. Another beautiful engage here. He gets one already. Kazakhs grabs him. An Ocean Drake. Here comes the final hour, though. Caitlyn may be in a bad spot here. A couple of auto attacks should be enough to sit her down. The Condemned not going to find the damage. Here comes Kassadin, though, trying to trade it back. Doesn't find the kill just yet. Ignite is on. There it is. A 2-for-1 in that last little skirmish. But Kai'Sa picking up another kill for herself. Lux, Janna, Vayne all paying the price here in that fight. Kassadin able to come over the wall. Wukong able to find these engages. He's got the Duskblade and another shutdown from that Kai'Sa. 10, 2, and 6 on the Wukong. That Duskblade doing so much damage. And just as I was saying earlier, these carries that are so far ahead, they need to play more careful. They've got so much gold. Their bounties are so huge. Yeah, you're very strong, and you could probably 1v1 anybody. But with some pretty poor positioning, you're just going to be handing over some gold, and that's what we're seeing here. So we're seeing about a 6,000 plus or minus 2,000 gold. I say plus or minus 1,000 gold lead for Team Nacho this entire game, and a couple more shutdowns like that, you will see, this game starting to sway into Team Peanut's favor. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the positioning of these carries and see if they can maybe play back a little bit more, unless they've actually got the help of their team. They have a 280 carry comp. They've got a Janna for some nice peel. They've got Lux who can peel as well and get down some poke damage, but they don't have a real tank. Neither team really does. It looks like Mordekaiser working on that Thornmail. Maybe a little too late here, but him and Leona should be tank enough. So Team Peanut have to be careful if they're able to get back line. There really is no front line. As we see the 1v1 going on, the Mordekaiser ult is on, and Hermit goes down. Make that 2. Mordekaiser picking up a double kill. The jungler is dead, and Baron is alive. We're 25 minutes into this game. What will Team Peanut decide to do here? They are just going to clear out a little bit of vision. Now Mordekaiser in between 2 turrets, in between maybe a little too far there. Mordekaiser goes down underneath the turret, but 2 kills again going over. That is a 4-for-1 for Team Peanut with Baron still available, and this is what they decide to do. Mordekaiser decides to act a little crazy, but in the end, they get their second turret this game and maybe the first Baron of the game. Now, Mordekaiser just... He's doing some damage. I'll be honest. He's doing a little bit of damage, but just... maybe biting off a little more than he can chew, unfortunately. A little too aggressive. A little too aggro. As we see Vayne coming in solo to stop this Baron, pushing huge damage. The silver tip bolts chunk down that Caitlyn, but she pays for it. A 1-for-1 overall, but she did a great job in stopping that Baron. Team Peanut now too low to do it, and that was honestly her job there. She went into a 1v4, she traded 1-for-1 and got them low enough to stop them from Baroning. So a good job there from the Vayne, who now has 2 items completed, working on that Zeal, the Zeal item. And again, just a handsome lead in CS over the Mordekaiser. 1,000 gold ahead as well. Kai'Sa heaps ahead, almost 3,000 gold ahead of her counterpart. So far, these 80 carries doing a good job staying ahead. Now, Mordekaiser trying to find something onto the Lux. A little bit of damage comes out. He's going to be caught up under the knife binding, but now he's stuck in the middle of 2. He solo ults the Lux there. Now, Wukong finds Janna in the jungle. She is caught out of place, but here comes Kha'Zix and Vayne. Now, Lux stuck in the middle of 2. And 3 kills now across the board. A 3-for-0 so far for Team Peanut. And we're starting to see things turn around. Mordekaiser now getting a little scary, doing a little bit of damage. Kassadin, again, 11, 5, and 7. He is level 14. So once he does hit that level 16, he's going to get another power spike. Going to be absolutely huge. And Wukong, so big in these fights. The lethality build, absolutely huge. Again, there are no tanks. So there's hardly any armor, if any at all, built for Team Nacho. And with that, the lethality just going to be shredding any target that doesn't have armor, which is all of them. As we see, Kha'Zix jumps in, forced to flash away, but he gets stunned up by the Leona. A beautiful kill there onto the Caitlyn. And Team Peanut are turning things around, just as I was talking about the gold lead a few moments later, and now the gold is essentially tied up. It is 33 kills to 28 in favor of Team Peanut. It is 4 turrets to 4 turrets. And now Team Peanut, the only deficit that they're having right now, or the only reason that they are behind, is because of the CS deficits for their laners. Every single laner now, except for the Caitlyn, is behind in CS. But the 1v1 is on. Mordekaiser trying to find Vayne. There it is. Another kill for this Mordekaiser. And as this game goes on, it looks like he's just going to grow stronger and stronger. Able to 1v1 really anybody right now. And now Team Peanut take their first lead. And I'll be the first to admit that I was wrong. I thought when this game started that it was just going to be a clear stomp for Team Nacho. They were so far ahead in this early game. They were up 6,000 gold at one point in this game, but a few good team fights, a few misplays from Team Nacho, and Team Peanut right back in this game, and they've got themselves now a 700 gold lead. So it's not much, But to come back from 6,000 gold and then to have a small gold lead for yourself, it's got to feel good. And right now they are feeling strong. They are feeling confident. And I think the story of this game right now is overconfidence. The carry stepping up a little too far. Vayne still thinking, Kai'Sa thinking that they can solo out this Mordekaiser even though he is behind, was doing a whole heap of damage. Once he ults somebody and he solos him out, there's no helping. There's no stopping him. There's nothing that they can do. So they just need to be careful. But I want to see on the side of Team Peanut the same thing coming from the Cassidy, coming from the Wukong. Caitlyn's picked up a few kills for herself, but she needs to be able to use that range to stay in the back line as Mordekaiser and or as Cassidy, I'm sorry, and Wukong start up these fights. Again, able to really just delete anybody. No armor on the side of Team Nacho. So this lethality build absolutely huge. Speaking of armor, the armored tank goes into the bush. Now Wukong finds a kill. There it is, actually going over to Leona on the Kha'Zix. Kai'Sa tries to find him for herself, but not able to. Mordekaiser underneath the turret, still tanking it up here. Has the 1v1 onto Lux. There's the light binding. Lux trying to walk away. Forced to use the flash and the shutdown gold going over to Kai'Sa. Now Cassidy trying to trade it back. So a 2-for-1 overall, but a huge shutdown going over to Kai'Sa. And let's be honest, guys, she doesn't need more gold. She now has the 3 completed items. The Gnasher's Tooth. It looks like she's working on that Bloodthirster as well. So a BF sword coming in, and she's just going to be doing a whole heap of damage. Mordekaiser's still dead for another 15. Janna coming up here shortly as well. Baron still on the board, and this gold is still even. Mordekaiser picks himself up a Rylai, so he'll be a little less kiteable. Gonna have this slow. And now Youmuu's gonna be used from the Wukong. He might be looking for an engage here. Lux a little bit low on health, but so is that Janna. Zephyr is on. She's going to be slowed. Final spark. Does it have the damage? There's the burn. Yes, it does. That Leandri's working wonders for this Lux. And they take down the support now at 5v4 in the mid lane. Baron still available. But they do still have the engage from the Wukong. They've got the engage from the Mordekaiser, or essentially Mordekaiser making them 1 member down with that ultimate. Now Wukong comes in with the decoy. Not stealth long enough, so he's going to be spotted out. Now Kha'Zix on the top side of the map, so it is a 4v4. Caitlyn actually taking her leave back to the base. Needed to pick up an item. She's got herself to Storm Razor now, so that first auto attack going to be doing all right. Doesn't have fleet footwork, so not going to get much use there actually out of the Storm Razor. Dragon is available. Both of these teams tied up in Drakes. And we see Team Nacho taking a small gold lead for themselves after that shutdown in the mid lane. And again, the CS deficit growing for every member here. Kai'Sa's still down, but she's been farming champions, so she's not too worried about farming creeps. Dragon going to be started up by Team Peanut, but Team Nacho want to rush down the Baron. They've got Kha'Zix and 2 80 carries who have both built Gwynsu's Rageblade. Janna going to get caught out here. She uses the Monsoon to try to keep herself up, but Ignite is on. Is it going to be enough? Aerie doesn't get back in time, but Baron now sitting underneath 1,000 health. There it goes. Red team picks up the Baron. Here comes Wukong trying to find it. Cyclone not going to find a single knockup. There it is. The leap coming up from Kha'Zix is going to be stopped, so they do find a kill, but that is still 3 members of Team Nacho with this Baron buff. Now, light binding onto that Mordekaiser. Is it enough? It is not. The Lucent Singularity didn't find the kill there, but Baron coming up huge for Team Nacho, and Vayne flashes forward, finds a shutdown onto the Caitlyn. She's looking for another one here. She knows that's the decoy, but she goes back in anyways. And now Legendary is at Wukong 15-2-10, but just not able to use that. They're finding onesies and twosies, but it's just not in. They're not able to find a strong, solid engage. If Wukong can get a Cyclone onto 5 members, that would be absolutely huge. But it's so hard when you've got the Janna Tornado. Kai'Sa able to go invisible. Light binding from just the CC is absolutely huge. Vayne being able to condemn you. It's just too much disengage from Team Nacho. Wukong not able to find his perfect moment. But Baron's still on one member. I believe Lux does still have the Baron available to her. So, Team Nacho going to do their best, push these lanes out, and use that Baron buff the best they can. Now, Leona doesn't find the Zenith Blade, but she finds the Shield of Daybreak, but she also finds herself in the middle of 3. Now, Kha'Zix's waiting for that Mordekaiser ult to drop. Janna not going to get soloed out. Kai'Sa picks one up, maybe make it 2. Kha'Zix gets one for himself, but here comes Wukong. There's the damage with the crushing blow. Now, Wukong picks himself up a Death's Dance, so he wants that life steal. He wants to stay healthy in these fights, and he's got the AoE damage for it. Now, Kai'Sa going to use... There's a Killer Instinct, but it doesn't make it over the wall. Kai'Sa not able to follow up, and Wukong gets a solo kill onto the Kha'Zix. That is absolutely devastating, but here come the huge carries from Team Peanut. They find a shutdown going over, but a huge shutdown to follow, and a double kill at that. 2 shutdowns. 1,500 gold between those 2 kills for the Lux. Absolutely huge. Just at the right place at the right time. Wukong and Kassadin biting off a little more than they could chew. And Lux reaping the rewards there. 1,500 gold off of those kills. Now sitting on 2,300 gold for herself. She also has the Banshee's Veil, which is going to keep her from really getting caught in any kind of CC. And maybe stop a Mordekaiser ult. We'll see if they get lucky with that. Hopefully Mordekaiser smart enough not to do anything crazy like ult a Banshee's Veiled Lux. Bottom turret going down. Minions are just too OP. Baron not going to be up for another few minutes, but Elder Drake spawning in just under 2. That should be the next objective for these teams to fight over. We're starting to see a small gold lead swing it back over to Team Nacho. But if we look at things objectively, you know, towards Team Peanut. But if we look at things, 42-35, Team Peanut up in kills. Maybe make it 43. Kha'Zix able to leap away from that one, trying to stay safe. The shield's coming through for the team. So Kha'Zix able to walk away. So 42-35, Team Peanut up in kills. 5-5 in turrets. But if we take a look, Team Nacho, their leads in the CS department, they're number 1. They're doing all right there. They've got the nation's best here as far as this game. They got Summoner's Rift best here. Vayne up 60 CS on the Mordekaiser. Lux up 70 CS on the Kassadin. Now we see the engage coming in. Righteous Glory is used. There's the stun onto Janna. There's a slow as well, but Vayne poking down with some damage. Able to find a little bit there. Solar Flare is used here, so not available for the next engage, which may be their only real shot for this Wukong to get in and get a beautiful ult on the 5. They probably needed to find that Wombo combo. And now, just shy of a minute on that Elder Drake. Actually, just shy of 20 seconds here on that Elder Drake. As Wukong goes in and picks up a kill onto Kai'Sa, but he's going to be knocked into the turret range. Stunned up, but it's not enough. Wukong walks away, and 2 are now dead. Leona goes in, trying to find the kill onto Janna. Has to walk away from this one. She is underneath the turret. She goes golden for just a moment, but it won't be enough to keep her alive. As Kha'Zix on the backside picks up another one. So a 2 for 2 so far. Kha'Zix jumps in, finds himself a double kill. Not able to find the kill on the Wukong, but Lux just might. Lucent Singularity coming out and picks it up. Another shutdown going over to that Lux. 700 gold in her pocket, and a 3 for 4 across the board. Mordekaiser had to run away from this one, but after that fight, neither team going to be strong enough here to take that Elder Drake. So not too much lost here. Lux going to grow that CS lead just a little bit more for herself. Janna also pushing it down, maybe find a tier 2 mid, but no love lost there. There's the Banshee's Veil, and there's the ultimate onto that Lux. He does knock off the Banshee's Veil first, but maybe just kite it out here. Walks back into the final mark, and Lux flashes away. The ultimate is down. There's the light binding. A little bit of damage to follow. Ignite is on, and there's the kill. A solo kill from the Lux onto that Mordekaiser. Absolutely huge. She played that so well, kiting around, flashing over the wall. This Lux has been so crucial. These bindings that she's landing have been so crucial. Helping her there find a solo kill. Stopping some of Wukong's ganks. Finding poke with that light binding, and finding kills in the jungle, cleaning up the Wukong a few times. Just absolutely huge this game with that skill shot. So props to Lux. Really able to get it done. And now we see that gold lead growing back in favor of Team Nacho. Just shy of 7,000 gold. Both Baron and Elder Drake still available. But both of these teams are very strong. You've got a full build Kassadin with Lucidity Boots. Here comes the Wukong now. He does flash forward, but he's going to get tornadoed. And Janna, I cannot speak praises enough. Kha'Zix may be caught out here. He uses the ultimate, but he leaps away. Here comes Ace in the hole. Not going to get tanked up, but not going to be enough to sit him down. Janna absolutely huge as well. Those tornadoes have been so big to stop this Wukong. A few times she's stopped the Nimbus strike. And now we see the pings coming down onto that Elder Drake. Kha'Zix still in the base. Team Peanut going to start it up here. Caitlyn on the outside. She's going to lay down some traps. So hopefully able to zone out. Kassadin sitting in the bush. There's the final spark. Going to find a little bit of damage onto that Caitlyn. Now sitting just above half health. Elder Drake now underneath 2,000. It is going to go over to Wukong. But Vayne and Caitlyn both pay the ultimate price here. But they do have that damage buff. And Lux able to kite out. Janna is flashless here. Stuck in the pit. Uses the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. So 2 kills going over to Team Peanut and an Elder Drake, which may mean Baron. It will be a 4v3 if Team Nacho decides to fight it. Wukong does still have the ultimate, as does Mordekaiser. And Mordekaiser has a teleport as well. 25 seconds on the Caitlyn. Still 25 and 30 seconds on the Janna. They're going to start it up. Team Peanut in the pit. They may not have the damage here. Kassadin on the outside. She picks up the kill onto Kai'Sa. That's going to make it a 3v2 if Kha'Zix decides to go in. Blue Smite is on. Kha'Zix not able to walk away. Cyclone picks that one up. And now Lux standing alone on the outside. She has the final spark, but it's used just a bit too soon. But picks up the kill onto Leona in the pit. She manages to find the damage with the final spark. Baron finishes her off, but ultimately stops the Baron buff for going the way of Team Peanut, which could be huge for this team. Now, they're still at 5,000 gold. And if they're able to just maybe play a little less confidently, they need to, Team Nacho right now need to play like they're behind. Because Team Peanut are finding these small picks, and that could lead to their demise. That's how we saw Team Nacho are just playing a little too confident and getting picked. And we saw Team Peanut, they already closed the gap one time. Team Nacho, or Team Peanut, this 6K deficit is no stranger to them. They have been here before. Now Kassadin trying to find a solo kill, doesn't find it onto Janna. But he did use his ignite there. So Janna able to walk away and just a summoner spell used, or burning that summoner spell from the Kassadin. And he's looking. He's trying to find something, but he's just going to find himself a blue trinket and a blue buff. Now Wukong gets caught up underneath the turret. Kha'Zix waiting in the wakes. Is going to get spotted out by that minion. So a beautiful use of that minion's vision there. Able to make it happen. Now Janna does get pulled by the Mordekaiser, but no follow-up there. Bottom tier 2 going to go down. Team Peanut pushing in here. Leona going to get caught out. Final spark is on. Stuck in the middle of 3. She goes down, and now Kha'Zix looking for blood onto this Caitlyn. GA going to be popped, and here's Kassadin to try and turn things around. Caitlyn flashes away from that one. She stays alive for just a moment longer. Kassadin goes on a killing spree, picking up the kill onto the Kha'Zix, and now ulted is the Janna. Mordekaiser trying to get that 1v1. He does find the pull, but he's not going to have enough damage. The 280 carries for Team Nacho, waiting in the wakes for that ultimate to fall off. But Wukong on the top side of the map, he is 21 and 4, and he is making it rain in that top lane. All of that gold able to take down the turret. He's forced to use the Yomus to try and run away, but Vayne chasing him down with the final hour. May have enough here. He does have the GA, but we'll just have to see. Now we see 2 inhibitor turrets down as we see, oh my goodness, I was just talking about it. Wukong picks up the kill there on that Vayne. He turns on her, but a double kill in the mid lane. Lux, an absolute beast. Went from 6 and 6 to 15 and 6. Can she even die here? A solid push from Team Peanut. They were closing the gold gap. They're just shy of 4,000 gold now, and it was 6. So they were closing it up, but a nice shutdown going over to that Lux again. Another double kill. So she's got a little bit of bounty for herself. And by a little bit, I mean the maximum that you can have. So a nice kill target. But Team Peanut playing a little bit sloppy there. They were kind of split up across the map here. Wukong up in the top lane does find a kill for himself on the Vayne, but they pay the price taking that mid inhibitor turret. And now 8 turrets to 6. Team Peanut up 2 turrets. Elder Drake buff no longer available. And Baron on the map. Now, with it being 51 to 45 and you're looking at the turrets in solo queue, you may not be thinking that you've got the gold lead. But Team Nacho do have themselves a nice gold lead here. Just over 4,000. Kai'Sa now with the GA. A nice pickup from her. Good to see she may play. Still be able to play aggressive here. And not necessarily give over a kill. They'll get the GA and hopefully she's able to use the supercharge to stealth herself to safety. Team Peanut doing their best here to clear some vision. Duskblade doing a good job of that. And it looks like these teams might go for Baron here. Wukong walks up. He has the decoy invisibility, but he doesn't have the damage. Janna is tanky? What's going on here? Janna manages to survive. Wukong not going to use the ultimate there. He thought he had the damage, but he was just a little short. And now here comes the poke damage out of Team Nacho. And if Lux catches you out with the light binding, you're probably dead here. There's the final spark going to be used. So not much there. Lux forced to flash away. She does still have the Banshee's Veil, so probably not in too much danger, but wants to be safe. Doesn't want to be the player getting caught out. We were getting to the moment in the game where it's really just the supports who aren't full build. And Janna is full build, so it's really just Leona and that Caitlyn still working on her final item. Gold soon here. Gold will not matter once these teams or once these players are all full build. And we're about to reach that point in the game. And at that point, it's just going to come down to team fighting. It's just going to come down to if Wukong and Leona can find the engage, if Cassidy can find the flank. Wukong does have the GA available, so he can play a little aggressive as well. And we know that Kai'Sa also has a GA. So Infernal Drake is up, and it looks like Team Peanut making their way down. They want to take that for themselves. They want that extra damage buff, but it might be a trade in objectives here, and not a bad trade. You are down gold, you are down items. So this extra damage from the Elder Drake, the Elder Drake, definitely going to be huge here as Cassidy trying to find a kill on Janna, but she's doing so well at peeling for herself. Elder Drake going to go down. Baron being traded over. So both of these teams having themselves a neutral objective, and Leona goes in onto the Kai'Sa trying to stop the recall, but she bit off a little more than she could chew. A little ambitious there. Didn't have any follow-up. And on the bottom side of the map, Vayne taking the base. She used her teleport to take this bottom inhib and a Nexus turret. She does pay the price, so Cassidy now unstoppable. As we see another kill going over, so kills across the board. 4 dead on the side of Team Nacho, but Team Peanut just lost so much of their base. And Team Peanut pinging these open inhibitors. They need to find something. Janna up in 20 seconds, but the rest of the members dead for 50. Lux the only one alive now for Team Nacho. She's walking away through the jungle here. Gonna go ahead and recall, but this could be 2 inhibitors going down. We know that Wukong is no slouch when it comes to taking the inhibitors with that crushing blow. So able to beat on it with a stick here and take that one. And now Caitlyn in the base as well. 30 seconds still on 3 members. Janna now just up, coming out of the base. The only saving grace so far is actually Lux, because she's huge. She hits the final spark on Wukong. His GA is popped. Do they have the CC? They can't keep him in the base. So 3 members of Team Peanut should be able to walk away from this one. Zephyr is on. Caitlyn does have the GA as well. And Janna, with that Leandry, she's pumping out some deeps. Caitlyn had to be careful there. Now Cassidy jumps into the base. Cassidy, hey buddy, that's not where you want to be. He quickly realized that that isn't where he wants to be. And uses that Rift Walk to get on out of there. But we're seeing this gold lead a little bit closer now. 3,000 gold. Still in favor of Team Nacho. But they're able to find these onesies and twosies, and I feel like that's been the name of the game for Team Peanut. Able to just find small kills across the board that have been leading to larger objectives. Now, they're still up in turrets, still up in kills, but again, down in CS across the board. But if we take a look at these items again, just about everybody now, full build. Leona sitting on a Bramble vest, so not a full Thorn Mail, but it's still nice to have. Going to be doing some return damage on the auto attacks. So Vayne and Kai'Sa going to be doing a little bit of damage to themselves if they are trying to bang down that support. And maybe a little bit of miscommunication. Leona going a little too deep into that dragon pit. I'm sorry, into that Baron pit. And now Vayne 4-13 and 6. So not doing too hot in the KDA department, but able to take objectives for her team, and that's what really matters. Leona was just a moment too slow on the Zenith Blade in stopping that teleport, so she was able to go down. Vayne was able to go down and pick that up. And now Mordekaiser caught out here. He tries to use the ultimate to keep himself safe. He ults Janna and maybe trying to walk away from this one, but he's still in the middle of 4 here. He's trying to find the shield to get the heal, but is it going to be enough? It is not. Janna picks that one up with the ignite. And now more dead for 65 seconds. This might be the moment for Team Nacho to push these minions out of their base, but unfortunately it might be too much. Super's pushing mid, Super's pushing at top. And Team Peanut just keeping that pressure on in the bottom lane. Now Vayne uses that final hour onto the decoy. She's trying to chase it down, but she's going to wise up here. She knows that Wukong is very, very strong. So Team Nacho just going to reset in their base. Again, they've got to push these minions out really before they can do anything. And although they are up 1 member, it's very hard to take a fight. This Wukong, very, very big. Caitlyn, although 4 and 10, still doing damage for herself. She is completed build. So on top of these builds, on top of the kills, they've got the Elder Dragon as well. So a little bit of extra damage. And Team Nacho so far have been respecting that. So nice to see that they are kind of taking, they're taking my words. They can't hear me, but I'm thinking spiritually they were feeling me when I said they need to play like they're behind. They need to play like they're losing. Although they are ahead in gold, they have to be careful. They got to stop getting caught out, because that right there has been leading and can lead to their demise. And now Leona uses the Righteous Glory and the Gargoyle Stone Plate. So 2 big cooldowns, which is going to slow down the engage a little bit. Mordekaiser is still not there. Does not have the teleport available either. Kha'Zix's getting pinged out by the red team. Maybe saying, hey, you're a little too far forward. We've got supers in our base. Let's be careful here. Leona getting chunked down here. She's sitting underneath half health. There's a solar flare. They're trying to find the engage on top of it all. She is able to flash away to safety now. Mordekaiser trying to find a soul kill onto Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa uses that killer instinct to stay alive for just a bit longer. The void stacks are on, but it's not enough. Caitlyn going to pick that one up. Kha'Zix's going for himself, but so does Cassidy. And now Lux trades it back as well. Final hour is on. There goes the final spark as well. This may be the final push. A 3v3 here, and the top Nexus turret going down. Janna doing all that she can to slow things down here, tossing out those tornadoes. But a 2-for-2 overall, but another turret going the way of Team Peanut. Now Elder Drake and Baron both spawning here in underneath 20 seconds. And Team Nacho don't have a jungler. This could mean both neutral objectives going over to Team Peanut, solely for the fact that not only do they have the smite, neither team has great vision here. There's a few wards by the Baron pit for Team Nacho, and 1 ward for Team Peanut in the Elder Dragon pit. But if I had to give it to either team, the element of surprise, if you're starting up that Baron and you walk in and you're the enemy team and you're walking into that Baron blind, Cassidy, and I'm sorry, is going to delete you. And speaking of deleted, Janna avoids it for now. Wukong definitely has the ability to absolutely erase her from the map. But the members of Team Nacho are alive now. So it is a 5v5 again. These neutral objectives are available as well. But it looks like they want to try and find a pick here. Janna was able to lay down some vision on her way to the dragon, but not on the dragon. So Team Nacho unaware if they are doing this or not. Now, Janna going to face check. She does get caught out here. Doesn't have that flash available. And then she is going to go down. Cassidy now godlike. Finding the kill there onto the support. And Kha'Zix, Lux on the outside. Elder Drake going down for the side of Team Peanut. Lux forced to flash away from that engage there. Does not have the final spark available. But with one member dead, again, a 4v5, this could be Baron going over. No trade this time on these neutral objectives. Team Nacho wanted to fight for it, but Janna just stepping up a little bit too far. No more vision in the pit. Vayne waiting on the outside, though. They might try and find a fight. Kha'Zix way down in that bottom lane. Not where you need to be, big dog, but here comes Vayne. The final hour is on. She does still have that GA. Final spark going to find a little bit of damage as well. Mordekaiser banging this thing down. Does Team Peanut have it? Yes, they do. Baron going to go over. Mordekaiser securing that one for his team. Vayne going to walk away, but here comes Kha'Zix. He jumps in, gets stunned up a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Leona pays the price. Lux picking that one up now. Both supports dead. Janna going to be up here in just under 10 seconds. Caitlyn trying to kite away. Has to be careful. Here comes the teleport from Vayne. Kha'Zix jumps in, but he only finds a Kassadin. He goes down. Now Legendary is that Kassadin. Caitlyn should fall as well. The heal is on. Ignite is ticking. There's the GA proc. Gonna go down. And Vayne's looking for this one underneath the turret. She's got a GA for herself. A lot of damage there. Blade of the Ruined King coming out, but it's not enough. Now gonna be trapped up. A headshot should do it here. Teleporting coming in from the Mordekaiser. Trying to back up as AD carry. Now Wukong in the base. Trying to find an inhibitor, but he may only find his demise. GA is going to be popped. Final spark on the decoy. A beautiful use there of the decoy by Wukong to get himself safe for now. Now ulting out is the Mordekaiser. He's got the ult onto the Janna, though. Not too much value there. Monsoon coming out, going to keep her safe. Ult for ult. Wukong able to walk away as well, but two members dead on the side of Team Nacho. Now, Wukong. He tried to find himself an inhib, but unfortunately, all he did is waste his GA. So, again, maybe a little too overconfident there. He's looking for the engages, but there's just so much disengage from Team Nacho. Janna has been so huge, and I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. These tornadoes have been so big for Janna. Able to peel this Wukong off. He's not able to find the engages, not able to find the Nimbus strike to close the gap. And without Flash, there's no other way in for him unless he's got his team to back him up, and he didn't have it there. But we are so deep in this game. We're about to hit 100,000 gold for both teams. Team Nacho hits it first. But this may be the final fight here. Final spark coming out. Finds a little bit of damage on the Mordekaiser. He has to be careful trying to walk away. But he's burning down. That Leandri's doing so much. He's sitting underneath half health. And Janna has one for herself as well. Kha'Zix does have the GA. He might do something risky here. He's ulted out by the Mordekaiser and leaps away. Vayne back in the fight. Kai'Sa having to be careful here. She is just under half health. But she has the GA to keep her alive. Or to get her back up if she does go down. And now there are Baroned up minions pushing Team Nacho's base. But no GAs available. Wukong actually sold his GA to pick up a Maw of Malmortius, so a good pickup there. But still not very tanky. He has to be careful. He could easily get soloed out by this Lux, and it might only take one combo to do it. As we see it happen there onto the Leona. Mordekaiser making his way down to the bottom lane. Going to try and get that pushing as well. They want to open up this base. Final spark comes out. Not going to find anybody just yet. But level 18 Lux, 58 minutes into this game. That cooldown, very, very short. So Lux able to just throw that out willy-nilly and make it happen. Now Kai'Sa may find that 1v1 onto the Caitlyn. The plasma stacks are on. She has GA, so that should mean the kill. It does. Kassadin able to pop the GA there. Is Kai'Sa able to get away? She uses the flash there, but Wukong finds one on the backside. He uses a Cyclone, but not going to find it. Kai'Sa picks one up. Kassadin and Wukong are dead. That is their carries. Dead, all three of them. Mordekaiser still in the bottom lane. A double kill for the Kha'Zix. That is 4 members dead for 60 seconds. Mordekaiser pushing the bottom lane. But overall, a 4-for-1, and that could be the game here. Mordekaiser has to make it back to try and defend. He does still have the ultimate, but I don't know if that's going to be enough Right now, the saving grace is only the one wave of minions. It may not be enough for Team Nacho to end right here, but they bang down the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. They bang down the inhibitor in the mid lane. Mordekaiser is here, but he's not going for the minions. He's going for the kills here. He does have the ultimate. He uses the pull there. Gets it on the 2, but that's going to be the second Nexus turret going down. He ults out to Kai'Sa, but it might not matter. Vayne and Kha'Zix banging this thing down. Nexus now sitting underneath, half HP. Mordekaiser going to try and solo out the Vayne, but it doesn't matter. Kha'Zix going to finish it off, and a 59-minute victory for Team Nacho. Woo! What a game there. And, you know, honestly, I knew which team was going to win. I didn't know which team was going to win. You know, I knew that Kai'Sa's team was going to win. I tried to make it Team Peanuut because I'm Peanut. That should be me. But whatever, dude. Good game, Team Nacho, or whatever. What the fuck ever, bro. No, a great game between both teams there. Super solid pickup. 59 minutes. It's not even a comeback victory, but Team Peanut just fighting off a little more they could chew at the end there. Fighting a bad fight. And boom. A long one, but a good one.